Hello, welcome to this film review for Annihilation. Now apparently this was originally intended for mass cinema release around the world, but the film studio panics after a review or something. They did a trial test, whatever it's called, and they decided that it wouldn't work. People thought it was too intellectual. They wanted the end to be changed, and the creator was like, no, I'm not changing it, which I'm glad he stuck to his guns, because there's been so many films lately where the film studios interfered and they've changed things and then it's just a complete mess. A lot of DC films come to mind. So anyway, this stuck to the original plot, how it was all meant to be, and as a result was only released in a few cinemas in a few countries and was sold off to Netflix. So if you have Netflix, you can watch it there. Anyway, Annihilation is actually a really good film, and I don't see what the film studios was going on about, to be honest. It's a perfectly good film, and I don't think it was too intellectual. It was, you know, they put some interesting ideas out there, but nothing way over the top of anyone's head, I would have thought. It's kind of a little bit like a horror film, it's a little bit like an action film, a little bit like a thriller. There's a little bit of romance in there, it's a little bit of everything. So basically, there's this thing called a shimmer. It's struck a lighthouse and then it's expanding and no one quite knows what's going on, and people that go in don't come out apart from one person. And there is a slight twist at the end of the story about this person that comes out, but to be honest, I saw it coming right from the very beginning. As soon as you see him, it was obvious. But I don't know, maybe that's just me thinking it was obvious. But yeah, I enjoyed it. It's like almost 2 hours long, but I found myself gripped enough to not get distracted. I mean, I get distracted incredibly easily. But this held my attention the whole way through. The story moves at a decent pace. All the special effects were good, the visual effects were good, and it all looks really nice. And so things inside the shimmer are changing, basically, and they're trying to investigate what's going on. It's a group of female scientists go in. There's been some army soldiers going in before them and they haven't done too well. There's a couple of gory scenes that make you go ew, but not too much. It's not like really in your face gory stuff, and it's only a couple of scenes. There's a couple of tense scenes, but yeah, I found it was actually really good. So if you've got Netflix or you can find somewhere else to watch it, I actually highly recommend it. It is worth watching. And the film studio's paranoia about it being too intellectual, I think, are fully unjustified. They wanted to change the ending, and I think the ending works. There's like, right at the very end, literally the last few frames of the film, something happens, blink and you miss it. And I've been thinking about this, does it mean this or does it mean that? At first, when I very first watched it, I was thinking, oh, that spoils it a bit, but then the more I thought about it, I'm thinking, actually no, that does make sense, actually. But I'm not going to spoil it for you. I'm trying to do a spoiler-free review here. But I think Annihilation is definitely worth a watch. Natalie Portman does really well. She's like the main star of the film. Then there's some other people in there as well, whose names I don't know. I didn't really recognise many of their faces. But I'm sure they've been in some other things. But yeah, I think it's definitely worth a watch. I enjoyed it, and I think that Paramount made a mistake by just selling it off to Netflix and not doing a cinema release worldwide like it was originally intended. I think they really shot themselves in the foot there with that one. I think it would have made a lot of money. Apparently, where it was released, it's done really well. And people have liked it, and it's got good reviews. I had a quick look online and people seem to like it. So I think that the film studio messed up, really. But having said that, a lot of people have Netflix. I'm sure it's available in other places. So go find it, go watch it. I think it would have been better on the big screen. Some films work on a small screen and some films work on a big screen. and I feel that this would have been better on a big screen. I'm just because of the way that the landscape is and the colours and the textures of everything and the environment they're walking through, I feel would have actually been really good on a big screen and with surround sound. I watched this on a tiny little screen. I'm not at home at the moment, so I watched it on a tiny little TV and a bit bigger than my computer, but even so. And the speakers aren't particularly good on this TV, but I feel that if it was in a big screen, proper surround sound, I think it would have been a whole different experience. And the focus group that they use, I don't know what they were thinking of really when they said they didn't like it too much, because obviously it has been doing well where it is released. Annihilation is definitely worth watching. Go and find it. And if you like this film review, give me a thumbs up. That would be brilliant. Although you don't have to. Subscribe for more film reviews. I've got loads more on this channel, more coming, although I do lots of other stuff as well, not just film reviews. Hit the bell icon so you know when I release a film, and I will see you soon. Okay, bye.